Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. What another great day today. We've broken another all-time highs, another records. Absolutely great. Well, craziness intensifying in the world, says Smoky Fats. Why? What's going on? There's always something crazy going on. When is there not craziness going on? Anyway, look at our portfolio. Another all-time highs once again. 111,965. I did add that extra $1,000, but it's gone up even further. We're just touching $112,000 now. Pretty incredible scenes, right? Pretty incredible stuff. It's a really incredible day. Anyway, money up, everything's up, looking good. Let me read the comments. Who was here first? Oh, hello, another member.
Kaleidoscopical has become a member.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, you've been a member before. You've just celebrated your badge, I believe. Or maybe you've renewed it. Let me have a little kaleidoscope. Let me see if you're here. Kaleidoscope. No, you're not in the chat at the moment. Hopefully you'll be here during the show. Hi, Stacey Bailey. If you notice, all the chats now have badges and moderator wrenches next to them as well. Good afternoon, Lance Strength. How are you, mate? Lovely to have you here. You'll be 1 year soon, I'd imagine. We've got just bought shares for 20,000. Let's get started. I'm ready. Just bought shares for 20 grand. What did you buy? What did you buy? Tell me all about it. Wow, craziness intensifies around the world. Hey, Banana Heads, how are you, Vaz? From Denmark, Henrik is here. Henrik, lovely to see you. DJ Hayes, good afternoon, everybody. Drone Moscow, yep, ships quarantined, jobs numbers revised, on and on and on. Yes, indeed. I tell you what, we should probably talk about this today. So let me do that right now. I want to do this. This is important, I think. Let me have a little look here. What sort of news can I bring in? I'm going to bring in, I think I want to use, let me discover, world, let's say what it will be, world, okay, let me bring this up. Let's see if I can use this. I'm going to see if I can do this now. How will this appear? I don't know if I can play this. It might play, it might not. Is it going to play? Let's have a little look. Is it going to play? Am I only able to give live TV? Let's have a look. Oops, got an itch on my shoulder blade. Bloody hell, that's annoying. You know when you get an itch right on my shoulder blade. Watch. Okay, is Moscow worried about... Yes, let's try this. Don't know if this is going to play. Okay. Let me see if this works. Dark mode. Yes. Are you not going to play because I'm connected? Probably not. That's probably why. Let's try and play something else. I want to cover this today. No, it looks like it's probably because I'm connected and it doesn't want to play it. I think live TV works. Let me see if live TV works. Oh, live TV isn't working either. All right. Okay, well, that's unusual. It normally works. Let me shut that down and reopen up Sky News. Let me try that again. Normally we can get it to work, but then all these things are always changing. They never stay the same. Let's try again. Ah, there you go. Just needed a refresh. Okay, so let me bring this up. Here we go. Let me see if this works now.
The Ministry of Defence has said that Moscow has come under one of the largest drone attacks since the beginning of the war in Ukraine back in 2022. Let's bring in our defence and security analyst, Michael Clark. Great to have you here on. Hello, welcome back.
Okay, great. Great. Okay, I do have that now. So I can use this. All right, so let's do this right now. I wonder if it will fit better if I do it like this. No. If I take out this. There you go. That works better. Right, I'll do that. So what's the time? It's 6 minutes in. Let's go from here. Let's go. Right. Let's have a look at this. I want to cover this. How many people are with me? There's quite a few, so let's cover this news. All right. Okay. Array Technologies, I don't think so. You can always find out by going Martyn Lucas Investor Array, and you can find out. But I'll check for you in a minute. Try doing it through the desktop. It blocks it on iPhone. No, I'm okay now. Got it all working. Right. Okay. Let's do this now. Let's do this. Okay. Lucas Investor. Let's talk about the economy and how macro conditions, the war particularly, Russia and Ukraine, are affecting everything and where we might go next. As you know, I study the stocks every day. I went all the way in maths and all the way in history. So I do understand my history, First World War, Second World War, and potentially a Third World War. We want to get to the fact as opposed to this. This is a gentleman who used to work in a fast food restaurant who then got famous on YouTube. He's called Meet Kevin. He has 2 million subscribers. His history knowledge of the world's history is as useless as trying to solve an algebra equation by chewing bubblegum. It's absolutely useless. But it does get dramatic news. Only today, this is bad. And yet we're up again. You're fired. Bankruptcy. The end of the war. World War III. Nuclear war. I'm effed. Yeah, he likes to swear a bit as well. All kinds of rubbish like this. When in fact, as we all know, the economy is up every day. And since he said the economy would go down 60%, I think I've gained about 25, 30%. And no sign of that changing either. Now then, Vladimir Putin decided to invade Ukraine a few years ago now. It's gone on a lot longer than we anticipated, partly because he wants to re-establish the Soviet Union. More and more countries now have joined NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which was set up after the Second World War to protect the world, to provide a council to bring stability. The economy has changed, the world has changed, and now we are all together as one. World War III is never going to happen. I've made this statement and prediction many, many times. But over the last few days, the last week, we have seen something that hasn't happened since World War II. We have seen an all-out invasion of Russia. Now, this is very, very interesting because Vladimir Putin decided to attack a sovereign country and invade it. There's no question about it. He started by annexing Crimea many years ago now, and it was kind of left alone. And then he went away and he had a little bit of Crimea. A few years later, he came back. And now he wants a bit more of Ukraine, and he hopes then, if he can take the Donbass area and the Kursk area, a few areas within Ukraine, we might piece a deal, and then he'll go away and he'll come back again another 10 years and take a piece more. The ultimate plan is to reinstate the Soviet Union. Anyone who reads up their history understands that and knows what's going on. However, Ukraine, and all good credit to them, not only have defended themselves, they are the food basket of the world, hence why it had a huge drop on the stock market when all this happened, and we'll get a huge rally. Well, not huge as much as it was when it went down, but because we've re-established trading routes since then in the Red Sea and other things that we've had to do to divert and blah, blah, blah. But essentially, it still affects the general economy. The food basket of Europe, of the world, actually comes from Ukraine. A lot of wheat comes out of Ukraine and other commodities like that. So we will get a 10% rally when the war ends. But recently, Zelensky decided to invade Russia. And I have to say, as long as no innocent people are killed, and I have friends in Russia on this show, I hope no innocent civilian gets killed, but I take my hat off to him. And 2 fingers up to Vladimir Putin saying, you can't invade our country and all we're going to do is defend ourselves. No, we're going to attack Moscow. And we've got a whole wave now of drones being fired over Moscow. All good play to him. Now, let's not listen to what someone like Meet Kevin says with the brain of an idiot, but let's go and listen to an actual analyst who studies military warfare, and have a listen here to some information and let's discuss it very briefly, and we can establish where we see this going. My prediction is the war in Ukraine will end quicker than you can imagine, because Vladimir Putin will be forced to make a deal, and it won't be long before he'll be put out of power, because now people in Russia are feeling the fact that they are in a war, not a special operation. The guy is a complete bloody idiot. Nothing clever about him at all, and he's now going to be seen to be the idiot that he actually is. Let's listen into this right now. Here we go. Let me share my thoughts with you during this. Here we go.
Hello, welcome back. Well, Russia's Ministry of Defence has said that Moscow has come under one of the largest drone attacks since the beginning of the war in Ukraine back in 2022. Let's bring in our defence and security analyst, Michael Clark. Great to have you here on the programme. So how worried do you think Moscow will be about this drone attack?
It's something to be remarked on. They say they brought down 11 drones, Ukrainian drones. I mean, last May, they brought down 8 drones, so this will make it fairly big. But also, I've just been counting up. I mean, I think they reported across the country bringing down about 35 different drones. So some in Bryansk, some in Kaluga, some in Tula, some in Belgorod. The Ukrainians are obviously launching drones in lots of places. And there's a refinery fire in Rostov, which the Ukrainians targeted 4 days ago. It's still going on. It's still, after 4 days, still burning. So the Ukrainians are trying to worry the Russians as much as they can across the whole border to make the most of what they're doing in Kursk.
Can I ask a really obvious question to you, probably? What exactly will these drones be doing? Are they like surveillance? Will they be dropping munitions? They're
one-way attack drones. They're suicide drones. So the idea is to get over a target and just go into it. A bit like a doodlebug of the Second World War, the old V1s.
Yeah,
it's a suicide drone. And the Russians, if they say they've brought them down, they probably have. Of course, they've got to fall somewhere. And the chances are they will have done some damage, although there are no deaths reported. But from the Ukrainian point of view, they have the effect in Moscow of closing the airport. And that, again, for a while, and that brings home to the Russian people that this is war. You know, you can't insulate yourself from this. And that's the message that the Ukrainians are trying to send out. They know most of these drones won't get through. But if 1 or 2 get through, they score the point. And they inconvenience ordinary Russians in Moscow who pretend this isn't really happening.
That's really interesting, because in a way, I guess, the only way Ukraine could kind of win the war is to destabilise Russia. And you're saying that they're doing that with civilians, slightly with the airport, but also something's happening with the military as well behind the scenes, right?
Yeah, I mean, the Russians are still at 6s and 7s over what's happening in the Kursk Oblast, the Kursk region, this incursion. And they don't seem to have been able to sort out exactly who's in charge. And so last week, Dumin, who was one of the key advisors to Putin, was said to be told to sort it out. And Dumin is from Kursk, and he's a doer, he's a fixer. He's the sort of man who could do it. Yesterday, Belousov, who's the new defence minister, said, I'm establishing a council of 5, consultative council, to sort out what's going on. And so one of these 5 will do the logistics, and one will do medical support, and one will do civilian relief, and so on. And all of that is supposed to fit over Gerasimov, who is that's Belousov there in the middle. That's the new defence minister, having a look at some missiles. I would guess Iranian missiles, actually. Anyway, that's Belousov, and he said, we'll sort this out. But where does that leave him with Gerasimov? I mean, Gerasimov is the chief of the military, and the military is supposed to do this. And so in Moscow itself, you've got three people, Dumin, Belousov and Gerasimov, all of whom should be in charge, and it's not clear who is. And then on the ground in Kursk itself, the FSB are supposed to take care of the border. The Rosgvardia, who are the internal security troops, are supposed to take care of security. And the military have conscripts there. So you've got three different forces on the ground in Kursk, which is one of the reasons why they're not doing very well. And so it's apparent that 16 days after this incursion began, the Russians are still struggling to create a coherent response. And as we say, it's partly because Putin operates a sort of medieval court in the Kremlin. He's made Russian government into a medieval court. And when it's struck with a crisis like this, people just vie with each other to be close to the king.
Yeah, the power struggle is going on, but as you say, it could impact what's happening on the ground.
Yes, indeed.
Well. Thank you very much. Indeed, always good to have your expertise on the programme.
There we go. So I wanted to bring that information to you. Let's just come back to the stocks. A couple of trolls saying a couple of silly things during that, which is expected. Some fool says, you don't know anything about the war. Well, I can tell you now, I went all the way in history. So I actually trained with the British Army. My brother was in the military. He was in the Royal Artillery. I trained, did the SAS training course. I did many months going away with the army when I was younger. I did history. I understand what's going on with the war. And to say something ridiculous like, you only talk about what suits your narrative. That's nearly as ignorant as the person this morning saying that I can pump and dump the S&P 500. I've never heard anything so ridiculous. That makes me more powerful than all the richest men in the world combined, apparently. I'm going to dump the stock on Warren Buffett. What a ridiculous statement that is. And talking about the war as if it suits my narrative. What is that? I don't want World War III, and that's a unique product of mine. How ridiculous is that? These are the sort of people that pop in and try to look important, and they're as effective as Vladimir Putin, which is absolutely zero. So anyway, there is the information presented to you. I have said this over and over again, and I'm going to say it again now, that the war in Ukraine will all of a sudden end faster than you can imagine. I think Vladimir Putin is likely to be ousted. People now in Russia are experiencing that there isn't a special operation. There is a war going on. They will be affected by it. I think that's what Zelensky is trying to prove. There's no defense of Russia. They're just walking straight in. People are, Russian soldiers are fleeing. Most of them are conscripts and used from prisons. If they run towards the enemy, they get killed. If they turn around and run back into Russia, they get killed. That's the army that everybody thinks is so amazing in Russia. An army doesn't make you great because you've got a bigger army or more money than anyone else. We all know that special services like the SAS or the Navy SEALs are a lot more effective than tens of thousands of regular soldiers. High quality soldiers, experienced, well-trained soldiers are far more powerful than a few conscripts and a few criminals you've just let out of prison with a get-out-of-jail card for free. And if they don't behave themselves, we'll shoot you. I mean, what's all that about? So Russia is in all kinds of problems now. Now, nobody with a right mind wants instability. Nobody in their right mind wants to see Russia crumble. What we want to see is Vladimir Putin forced to come to the table and negotiate a peaceful settlement, which has to be the removal of all troops from Ukraine. It's a country that has every right to exist. You can't invade it because you fancy it. It's not going to happen. We're going to see a 10% rally on the stock market. There's not going to be World War III because, like I've said before, And I hate always harping back to Meet Kevin, but he's just an easy target because there are so many people like him. He just stands out even more than most. There wasn't even a World War II, and let me explain what I mean by that. World War I existed and World War II existed. I'm not sitting here and saying it didn't, but what I mean by that is when we had World War I, and I'm bearing in mind, I'm now looking back at all conflicts from the Romans right the way through different periods of time, all through history, okay? I've studied all of this stuff in great detail in my life. I've studied history a lot. And we like to give things titles, give it a name, sell it, make it dramatic, put it in newspapers. World War I, World War II. First World War was called the Great War. There was nothing great about it. It was called the Great War because the amount of people that died, many more than that died in the Second World War. The fact of the matter is, when Adolf Hitler started World War I, we were in a very different economy. Economies could be reset up. We could have separate economies around the world. Adolf Hitler thought he could pursue his mission on the world, set up power, businesses, empires, whatever it might be. The British Empire tried this once upon a time in a different climate, and it was possible then. It's not possible now. So what he did, he tried to divide Europe and lord it over, if you like, put power over to then inflict his will and all the rest of it. Well, that never got sorted out. The politics never got sorted out, and World War II was basically the sequel of World War I. World War II was always going to happen. Everybody in politics knew it at the time. It was just kicked down the can because people were tired of World War I and wanted it all to go away. Well, it didn't go away. It came back a few years later. You may remember 1939 to 1945. The First World War was 1918. So 1911 to 1918. So we all know this, right? So the Second World War happened, and again, it wasn't technically a world war. Everybody in the world was not at war. Not every country was at war. Sorry, 1914 to 1918. I do apologize, got my date wrong there. Not everybody in the world was at war. In fact, many countries weren't even aware there was a war. There were places in England who would certain villages and towns. I know I've spoken to people. My dad was evacuated at Paddington Station as an evacuee. My mum saw Coventry burning when the Germans bombed Coventry, a major city in England. There were many people in England who didn't even experience a war. It meant nothing to them other than it was something they read about in the newspaper. So the whole world was not at war. However, it was sold as a world war. Then, of course, we all know how it ended, and so on and so forth. Rolling along after the Second World War, we had the Eastern Bloc. We saw the end of the Soviet Union. We had the great the wall of Berlin, East Germany. The wall go up, the Iron Curtain come down. Yada yada yada. We know all about that. And Ronald Reagan and Margaret Thatcher and Glasnost and all these things. We saw all of this re-establishing Europe. NATO was set up. The Russian Empire was finished. It was now back to Russia again, the Republic of Russia. Blah 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 blah. But at this point, we'd created a global community. We now have the internet and global services, global businesses. Up to that point, the First World War and Second World War, we traded very, very differently. We didn't do multinational deals the same way. Yes, people would go to other countries, like the British Empire would go around the world and bring back potatoes. And we wasn't doing a deal with somebody in India. We wasn't doing a deal in America or Australia. We were conquering it. It was the British Empire. We owned these places and they served the king, King George. And we brought back the products and we brought back the the commodities and the money and resources. And we owned it. We took it. We stole it. We invaded it. We were the British Empire. That's what Adolf Hitler wanted to do, but already that was getting more difficult. Well, today, 2025, you can't do that. There's no invading a country and setting up your own economy. You can't do that because we are all interconnected now. Data centers in America, we study this a lot. Some of the most powerful supercomputers, most super data centers are in Israel. Why do you think that America is so deeply connected with Israel? There's a reason for that. Why do you think America went into Kuwait and Iraq for the oil, the power? Follow the money, you'll find it all. So we're interlinked now. So we form partnerships. That's what NATO is. More members have joined NATO now than ever before. The North Atlantic Treaty. So Russia is out of that, and they're a kind of pariah state now. They're kind of a nobody. Technically, in many respects, they're bankrupt in many respects. So we are in a different world now. There's no point Vladimir Putin invading the whole of Europe. There's no point of Vladimir Putin invading America or England or China or Australia. It would be counterproductive. They would lose their friends if they've got any anyway, and they'd make no money whatsoever. They would have no money to buy their weapons. Nobody would supply them anything. The whole system would break. So, unlike those who call for World War III, there's not going to be a World War III. There could be an accidental firing of missiles. There could also be, more likely, an environmental disaster of some kind of germ or virus. Be much more concerned about Mpox or some new strain of COVID than Vladimir Putin. We all can see how useless Vladimir Putin is. His power, his army is absolutely rubbish. And if anyone was under any illusion and any doubt whatsoever, it would be completely possible for the SAS, the Secret Air Service, or Navy SEALs to take Vladimir Putin out in his own country. That could be done. We've got the power and the secret services to do that. It's not being done because that's not what wants to happen. We want to bring Vladimir Putin to the table and to negotiate a peaceful settlement. A peaceful settlement will come. The markets will not crash. World War III will not happen. However, that doesn't sell videos for people who want to talk rubbish. So, as you've just heard there from a very intelligent historian, a very intelligent military directive, you've learned what is actually going on the ground. I can tell you from my study of history and how the world works, there's not going to be a World War III. So feel confident in that. Feel confident that you can invest and you can live and you can be happy and everything's going to work out fine. So there's my update on Russia, how it will affect the economy, how it will affect each one of us. I believe it will come to an end faster than you can say Jack Robinson, and everything will work out just fine. I hope that Vladimir Putin will be taken out at some point because he's murdered tens of thousands of innocent people and has no place on this earth. And we've just been wasting time while he's been walking around with his silly arm down by his side. If anyone's ever wondered why he does that, that was training in the KGB to always have your arm ready to holster, grab a gun and shoot. The guy is a bloody lunatic and, whatever. But the sooner this ends, the better. It's just been a complete and utter waste of money, waste of resources, waste of life, painful, boring, silly, unnecessary, complete nonsense. You're not going to re-establish the Russian Empire any more than the British are going to establish the British Empire. If we're going to go that far back, let's bring back Genghis Khan, and perhaps we might have a little go at the Roman Empire, or maybe we'd like the Mayans to pop up and start forming a posse. And if that doesn't work, let's bring back the bloody dinosaurs and they can all march around declaring independence. It's not going to happen. The history is all there to understand. It just doesn't sell videos. Anyway, there is what's going on in Russia. I thought I'd bring that to attention today. Many of you asked for my opinion on what's going on in the war, and I think this channel is not just about the stock market, it's about news, because news affects our investments. News affects our mental capacity to invest, because if we feel positive, we get up in the morning, we put our tie on, we have a shave, we work hard, and we feel positive, and we bring positive energy to the world and hopefully serve a useful life. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. Over here and over here, there'll be more information. No idea what links to that, but I'll think of something. Nvidia, there you go. Virgin Galactic. What's that got to do with that? Anyway, I'll think of something. As always, most important, be safe, be happy, be optimistic, and always take care of yourselves and each other. Right. Let's have a look. Let me read the comments. Let's have a look. 76 watching. Let's have a look. Let me read the comments. We got an earnings tonight. I'll try and get through the comments. Good afternoon, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Another all-time high today. I don't know where this 60% drop's coming from. Hey, Lucas, how you doing? I'm ready and I'm hyped. Snowflake, yes, after hours tonight. Good evening, Lucas Aids. Hi, Martin. Please, can you have a quick look at JD? Ask me again when I get to the bottom of the comments. I need to catch up with the comments, please. Ask me again, Robbie. First, very important, the UK approved construction permit, first approved. EVTOL, Vaz wants to be a contributor, by the way, and provide EVTOL news. Vaz loves his EVTOLs. He's made some videos on it, and we're going to give Vaz a little go on our channel at some point. We'll do a members-only test, little pilot, see how it works. Vaz, I've been thinking about that, setting up a playlist for you on the show, a members-only event, and we'll do a little screen test, see how it's received, see what people think of it. There you go. I told you I've been thinking about it. All right, I'm always thinking about everything. Hi, Stephen. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Apparently, they shot every drone down. No, they didn't shoot every drone down. A few got through. A few got through. And it's not even whether they shoot them down or not. It's the fact they did it. Scolding Hot, how you doing? Try doing it through a desktop. I sorted it now. Martin, have you done a stock review on Array? I don't think so, but go and check Martyn Lucas Investor Array, and you'll see if I've done it. Let's go Holo. I wouldn't touch Holo with a barge pole. We're moving. Yes, Virgin Galactic today. Very nice indeed to see Virgin Galactic today up nearly 10%. Let me just highlight it. There you go. Virgin Galactic up today. Very nice indeed. Don't get too excited though. I'd rather pay $20 for a stock going to 100. Still believe it will go to 100. But there you go. Just saying. Why do you always pump space? You're talking rubbish. What about space going to 50 like you said? You said it's like $100. Yes, it's $100. Yes, I still believe that. All you went on about was space for so long and you scammed everyone. Game tutorial, you're a bloody idiot. You're a bloody idiot. First of all, I lost 30 grand on Virgin Galactic, so how the hell did I scam everybody? I lost 30 grand of my own hard-earned money. And to say all you went on about was space, that's because you watched it. You watched space. I can tell you now, I do thousands of videos. In fact, 2 days ago, we passed a milestone, and I'll share it with you on my channel. I posted it. So this is how much attention you pay to what's going on. I just passed 6,000 uploads. 6,000 uploads. How many of those do you think were Virgin Galactic? Out of the 6,000, do you know? Do you know? I know. Less than 100 were Virgin Galactic. 6,000. What's the percentage there? Work it out. I'm sure you can work it out. You're a smart chap. I've done reviews now on over 200 stocks. Virgin Galactic is one of them. You seem to think all I talk about is Virgin Galactic because that's all you watch. It's all you pay attention to. That's why you're not a member of my channel. All right, You have no idea what you're talking about. You see that, and that's all you look at, and that's all you think I talk about. So there you go. That's your ignorance, not mine. Okay, let's have a look. I love your content, MPC. Thank you very much indeed. To pump a stock would institute they plan to dump it. Martyn doesn't own it. He used to see the potential. I still see it. So do I. I still do, but for reasons of integrity, I don't own it. You understand why. Space is a $100 stock, just not under current management. I agree. The management are rubbish. Absolutely agree. You're an absolute scammer, Martyn. New TV Daily. You're not a TV channel. You haven't even got an icon, you flipping idiot. What are you on about? I'm a scammer. How can I be a scammer? I only own the S&P. I'm the only person on YouTube TV who shows you their full position. I'm the only person on YouTube TV who answers even the trolls like you. Unbelievable. You're an absolute scammer. Give me one thing. I tell you what, I'll make this show all about you. New TV Daily, who's not a TV channel, he hasn't even got an icon or a logo. Would you come back to me and tell me one thing that I've ever scammed out of anyone, ever? Give me one thing. Give me one thing. I will call it out. I'll answer it. And I will say, he's right. I'm sorry. I am a scammer. Go on, do it. Do it. Do it right now. Donald Fart, this guy was on this morning. He's an idiot. We seem to have a lot of these trolls today. Can we just ban these trolls? Just ban their accounts. Basically what it is because the portfolio just grows every day and they're sick and tired of seeing it go up. I know, I just make it up. I've got some way of hacking into Robinhood and making my balance go up. It's not real. I haven't got any money, really. I just somehow make it look like I have. I know. It's very clever, isn't it, how I have my own little Robinhood app. Martyn addresses us, you mislead investors. That doesn't even make sense. How do I mislead anybody? If I mislead you, then obviously you're not very smart, are you? See Russian bots. Gamer, you're not a member. The focus on members first. Become a member. Martyn, you know nothing about the war. You're right. I didn't go all the way studying history at college university. You definitely do. Game tutorial. Yeah. Obviously, you know all about the war. You only talk about what suits you. Yeah, because it suits me, people not dying. I'm funny like that. Yeah. Ed Spitzer, Stacey Bailey. I doubt that Russia will up their antics of Ukraine now. Now, the trouble is, what will happen is, with Russia being invaded, they have to react. They have to divert their forces back into Russia. Oh, that's convenient, because now they're out of Ukraine. Very, very smart idea, what Zelensky has done. I love it. When you get a chance, please can you check out the JD chart? JD chart, yes, please remind me at the bottom of the chat, please. Super chat, $15. This goes right to the top of the list now. When you have time, I'd really appreciate if you could do a stock review on Array Technologies. Okay, let me write this down. Let me write this down. This goes right to the top of the reviews. In fact, it goes second because we've got SPYI, Scalding Hot. I've got your other review here. I haven't forgotten, by the way. It's written down. SPYI, Scalding Hot. What is that, by the way? I don't have the business name. Is that an ETF or something? SPYI. What is that? You've given a $20 super chat for that. But Scalding Hot, you've also just done... we're going to get back to reviews now. Earnings season is finished, so don't worry. What is the one you want doing? Array. I hope that person comes back to me, the one that says I'm a scammer. Give me one example. One. Just one. You haven't got to give me 10. Just give me one. Please. Please do it. I can't wait for it to come in. Array Technologies, $15. Scalding Hot. Okay, there it is. So could you just remind me, or tell me for the first time, please, what is SPYI? Is it an ETF? Sounds like an ETF to me, but I don't know. You need to tell me. Right. It's monkeypox. Yes, we talked about that. They are trying to blow bridges up, so the Russians are stuck. Supply lines. More than being stuck. Stuck would imply they can't go anywhere. Supply lines means they can't transport and go either way. They can't bring things in or refuel or send things out. So, absolutely right. I'm just keeping my eye on what's going on here. I bought a piano. Got to learn everything before you. I love it. Hi, Mike. Hi. Already know it on guitar. I'm in the mood. I'll be Huckleberry. Holy smoly. New challenge. Go to entire stream without mentioning Meet Kevin. Grippy. This is not your show, so I would suggest you go and set up your own channel. I'll do what I like. Right, with all due respect, Grippy, I'll do what I like. I'll do what I believe is right for my viewers and draw attention to falsehoods. That's my job. If you don't like that, I would suggest, I'm trying to find where you are. See, I search by members, so I don't see when people are not members. That's the thing. I don't see you. No. I've no idea. Yeah, you're not a member. I knew it. Okay, what about the Russian side thoughts? Please don't mute. What about Russian sides thoughts? Russian sides? What do you mean Russian sides? They only have China. China and North Korea. That's it. What sides? The rest of the world's on the side of Ukraine. What do you mean? What have you already done? Russia have already done the damage and won. Well, that's a ridiculous statement. How have they won? What a silly thing to say. Lucas Aids, Zach. Okay. Can we stop? Can we hide Donald Fart now and his mate? I'm bored with reading their comments out. I give them some airtime, but they just keep coming back with silly statements. I ain't got time for it. So can my moderators get rid of these idiots? We're investors here. At the end of the day, nobody wins the war. That's right, nobody wins. Well, a lot of people make money out of it, to be fair. Dude, me too. I hope when he gets to this comment, there are humorous section moments before. I hope when he gets to this comment, there was a humorous section. What do you mean? I don't think he will catch it. I don't think I did. Yeah. Time to buy defensive stocks. That was about 6 months ago. You're way too late. Putin has a lot of good, though. Really? Putin's done a lot of good. Name one thing in history that Vladimir Putin has done good. I would love you to do that. And unless you are reading Russian propaganda, not facts, globally known facts, then you've got nothing to say. There's nothing you could say that has been good for history that Vladimir Putin has achieved. Nothing. His people are oppressed. It's a communist country. They're technically bankrupt. Name anything that Vladimir Putin has done good for the world. And I'll agree with you. Okay, if he did, let's have a look. Biggest lithium deposit. Let me read the comments. Let's have a look. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to mention this one here. Jay, obviously a lunatic. Get your facts right. Russia are only claiming back the countries which were stolen from them. I'm not even going to entertain that with an answer. If anyone understands how the Russian Federation was formed and what happened at the end of the Second World War, no one stole countries from Russia. That is the most ridiculous statement I have ever heard. We've got lots of Russian friends who watch our show who are intelligent, decent human beings. Sadly, you are not one of them. Ukraine is Ukraine. It's not part of Russia, is it? What part of that don't you understand? They're a sovereign nation. What are you talking about? Show me the money. A human head weighs 8 pounds. Well, that's interesting. I hate politics. It's good. It's exciting though, Mike. You guys want to hear my impression? Oh, I'm not going to read that out. Let's have a look. Yes, Russia is taking back what is theirs. If Zelensky would have surrendered, the deaths wouldn't have happened. This is on him. You do understand, right, Jay, that Ukraine is a sovereign country. It has its own government, legal system, and everything, its own history. You understand that, right? I'm assuming you understand Ukraine as a country. It's not that hard to really understand, really. It has a border, and it wishes to join NATO because it wants peace, and Vladimir Putin marched over the border with tanks and guns and missiles and bombs. So I'm pretty sure it wasn't part of Russia and decided to kill people to take it. Are you sure that Ukraine is not a country? It's just some bit of ground that just exists in the way of something. Are you sure about that? You actually want to say that on TV to the whole world? Oh my God. Anyway, what is ridiculous? In his defense, the USA killed maybe even more. Yeah, we're not going to get into every single war, who killed who. The British Empire killed lots of people. Henry VIII chopped lots of heads off. The Romans put lots of people on crosses. We're not going to start and go back to the beginning of time. Tyrannosaurus rexes ate lots of cavemen running around trying to get out of their caves. Can we move on? Can we raise the level of intelligence just a little bit? You say that. How many civilians were killed? According to you, none, right? According to you, your Russian propaganda, apparently none, Jay. Would you like to use your proper name rather than just Jay so the whole world can know who the hell you are? Poor old civilians in Iran with US strikes. What the hell? That's not how you spell Iran, by the way. That's Iran. So please spell correctly. And I don't know what that's got to do with Russia invading Ukraine. So don't start resorting to nonsense. Snow is up before earnings call tonight. Snow is up before earnings call. Yes, Snow. We're about to cover it. I love your content. Let's have a look. Your opinion on ASLM. Is it a strong buy? Michaelis, I would need to do research on it. I'm sorry, I haven't done that. I can do that if you request it. I'm loving that pump all last week and today. Geopolitics space looking good. Great. He's a smart chap. More of a smart ass. Could you please review FULC? I see everyone's jumping in the reviews again now. You know I'm about to start doing the reviews again, right? Smart people. So let me write that down. I see we've got people jumping in on the reviews again. $4. Let me write that down. Where does that appear on the list? I think, it goes just there. Smoky Fats. What is the stock ticker? FULC. Please give me the business name as well. FULC. Smoky Fats, $4. I think what we'll do next week, we'll take a couple of days off and I'll do nothing but reviews. Let it all go today, Martin. Yeah, we've done enough of that now. He's had a chance to make himself look a fool. Please deep dive, respect your opinion. Jesse B. Jesse B, you need to be a member for me to review a stock. I'm sorry. You can see how many reviews I've got from members. You're good, brother. Thank you, Scolding Hot. You're addressing what I talk about. Yes, thank you. Just ignore the haters. You get people who are jealous of people's success. Yeah, but we have to address everything. We don't ignore anything. We don't just put our head into the sand and let them get away with it, do we? No. What's today's earnings? We are covering Snowflake. We're about to talk about it. Okay, let's get to the questions. The Russian economy is doing the best it ever has. If you'd like to go and look at the index for the Russian economy, according to Jay, it's doing the best it ever has. I shall leave that there. He wants the one guy to come back and tell him he's a scammer, but I sent him to the 24-hour timeout. I think that's funny. Bloody hell! Putin did a self-portrait of himself, shirtless, riding horses. That's pretty good, no? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I would love King Charles to do that. I would love the King of England to take a picture of himself. Look at me with my bare chest. That makes me a real man, doesn't it? You're right. It's a very good thing to do. If you're Russian, you would say he rebuilt Russia from a collapsed Soviet Union, would you? Putin, from a world point of view, has done nothing, though. Okay. An anonymy one. So you don't even say who you are. Okay. Fair enough. Martin, what is your opinion on Baidu? That they are earnings in the morning. Seeking Alpha says it is very promising. Thanks. Joker for life. I don't know. I've never reviewed it. I don't know. I've not had a look at it. I could just make up something, but I prefer not to. There we go. All-time highs. Another all-time high. We just keep making money. $112,000. Look at that. 5,000 to 112,000. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. Look at that. $112,000. Woohoo! Another all-time high. I'm loving it. All right. Okay. Apparently, I'm pumping and dumping the American economy. How long have I got? 5 minutes. Today, I just want peace for the world and be wealthy. Absolutely. Anyone with a brain wants that. We all want that. Spark to debate, Mike. Yes, thanks very much. Hi all. Shane Hinsman. How are you? One of our members. Nice big badge there. And religion. Yeah, keep up the great work. Rob C. Welcome to you, Rob C. Bought 8 shares of Snow just to get my name on the desk. I'm loving it. Rick McGrath. GOVX up big. I like space. Fulcrum Therapeutics. What you think of Snowflake CEO? I don't know. I'm going to learn all about it tonight for the first time. I'm not a YouTube member, but I really enjoy listening to you. Martin, thank you. Stuart Burns, you're very welcome. Congratulations, Rob C. GOVX suspended. What, too much trading? Too much volatility? Let's have a quick look. Here we go. Here we go. GOVX. I've got through all the comments. GOVX. GeoVax Labs. Gone back up again, 45%, $8. Well, by now I wouldn't be in it. I would have taken my 3, 4, 500%, depending on where you came in. I'd be out because we don't know what comes next. Anyone who says they do doesn't. We're guessing. If you can make 3, 4, 500%, which you can because we gave it to you on Friday, I would be out by now. We don't know what happens next with monkeypox. You're just gambling. We don't know if GeoVax will be the main business within that. It got the pump because of the news. We covered it, breaking news. That was the moment to buy and sell, in my opinion. Right now, you don't know. You're just going to start going, GeoVax is the best thing in the world because I bought it for 6 and I've made all this money. That doesn't matter. What matters is take a profit, okay? Right, okay. We got Snowflake. There it is. So let's get to it. Let's get to Snowflake right now. Oh, what a great day today. All-time records being set left, right, and center. 100, bloody hell. Look at this now, folks. Don't tell me that buying the S&P and just buying macro dips and going all in doesn't make you any money. Anyone who tells you you need to buy Binky Bonk or crypto coin or this or that and the other is how you make money is talking out of their backside. Buy the 500 best companies, identify the macro conditions when everybody else is telling you the world's going to come to an end. Buy the dips, never sell, reinvest the dividends manually, not automatically. And I started with $5,000 and here I am with 112,106. Don't tell me you cannot make money just by buying and never selling as an investor. You absolutely 100% can. All right, there it is, proof right there. Anyway, I loved the comment this morning. I'm manipulating the US economy. That was the best thing I've ever heard. I can't wait to put that video out. Oh, I love it. Yes, Robbie Cooper, GeoVax would announce they are shutting down. Nobody knows. It's a gamble. Why gamble? Exactly. We got the news. We traded it. It was a momentum stock. It went up 500%, 5 years of the S&P done in 5 minutes. Get out. Don't worry about where GOVX goes from now until you know if they're going to have a sustainable business after monkeypox. Otherwise, or Mpox, sorry. Otherwise, you're just guessing. And why guess when you've made 500%? No millionaire or billionaire that I know I wouldn't gamble with their money if they've got 500%. They'd be out the door. Thank you very much. You'd never see him again. Anyway, with GeoVix suspended, it means the SEC are involved. That's not good. No, what do you mean suspended? What do you mean suspended? It's not suspended. It's not suspended. What are you talking about? Robbie Cooper. That's not what's happened. Some exchanges are temporarily halted because of increased volatility. It's only stopped from trading. It's because everyone's buying and selling quickly. It's not suspended as in it's SEC are closing it down or whatever. It's a real business. It's just suspended due to volatility. That's all. It's halted. That happens all the time on every stock. That can happen with anything. That happened with the S&P. I tried to buy the S&P the other day on the 24-hour trading and couldn't. So don't think that's got anything to do with some sort of scam or anything. It's got nothing to do with anything. GoVex will get removed. No, it won't. It won't be removed. It is suspended. That's what shows on Webull. No, it's just trading is halted. It's just trading. The stock doesn't get suspended and taken off. That doesn't happen. It's already abiding by SEC regulations. The terminology that you're reading is incorrect. I'm sorry, Robbie Cooper. It's not banned. That's not what's happening. It's halted due to volatility. Right. We have got for you tonight a special. We have got for you tonight an earnings. Let's have a little look. Right, let's bring it up. Snowflake. When does this start? Right. This is tonight's event, folks. You can book a front row seat. We've got lots of new members joining us. I might make it members only. If we get more and more members, I would just go members only. Remember, I'm not trying to grow the biggest channel, but I'm trying to grow the best. And there's nothing great and best about having 1 million people in when no one gets their questions answered, when no one gets their voice. That's just like a million channel. I don't want that. I want to always make sure that I can talk to Mike and my members, my original members. If I get too big and I can't hear from anyone, what's the point of doing it? I won't enjoy it. If I don't enjoy it, I ain't doing it, right? So here is Snowflake. This is where we're going in a minute for the earnings tonight. I don't know how big it will be. I've got no idea. I've never done it before, but I want to learn. I want to learn about Snowflake tonight, all right? That's coming up in a second. We've got on the screen already. Here is the bell's just going. Here we go. The bell has now gone. We are after hours. There's the Snowflake chart. There's the advanced chart. Have they beaten on earnings? Let me have a quick look. Have they beaten on earnings? The answer is we don't know yet. Let me go to Bloomberg feed, see if we get anything at all here.
Turn around from yesterday. Volume still light, but again, the sentiment and more importantly, the momentum remains to the upside. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up about 55 points, or about 0.1%. The S&P 500 is going to close higher by about 24 points, right around that 56.21 mark as we wait for these numbers to settle. Remember, 56.67 and change.
If I see anything on Snowflake, I'll bring it to you. I'll check my Seeking Alpha as well. SNOW. I've got the Pro plan, so I get it straight away. Snowflake, 21st of August, 341, highlight software, today 341, so that must be Eastern time then, so that's 241, so that must be a moment ago, with recent data, weighs on results, 1034, let me have a look at this, highlight software and IT hardware, according to Morgan Stanley earnings revisions, Brett for the overall S&P has stabilized around, right, okay. 341. That must be Eastern time. I've got to check my time settings are on this, all right. August 16th, that's no good. Earnings. It's not out yet. In fact, I don't need to go away. I'll stay right where I am. It'll come up here in the next minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the extra channel so we can start the Snowflake earnings. They are. GOVX is trading now. Mistake. Exactly. I told you. There was no issue with GOVX. It's not being suspended. It's being halted. It wouldn't happen like that. It wouldn't just suddenly say mid-session, this company has broken the rules and it's banned. That's not what would happen. They would face legal obligations. The stock price would drop. It would still keep trading. Things would go on. There would be lots of regulations. They would then comply with regulations. It wouldn't happen. What you're suggesting can't happen. All right. No problem at all. That's why I'm here to answer all the questions to make sure everyone understands what's going on. Day trader of the day. All right, let's do it then. We've not done it for a while. Revenue slowing. Yes, we've just seen that. Look at Snowflake pumping up now. The overall portfolio is going up in the after hours, 112,000 now. Snowflake. Let me refresh the screen. We might have a news item. Not yet. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the extra channel in a few moments. But first of all, day trader of the day. Customization. Here we go. Redirect to the extra channel. And then I'll give you the link to the earnings. I'll be right back with that. Let me give you that. Let me give you the extra channel where we are live right now. Wait, smoky fats. Wait. You all want to jump in and win. Now this is day trader of the day competition, members only. You ready? Let's rockin' and rollin'. Here we go. Day trader of the day. I am up 0.69. Do you beat me? Do you lose? Let's have a look. I don't win very often, but you never know. Up 0.69. There's my score on the door. Right. Avery is up. It's members only. Up. I'll only share your score if you are a member. Up 1.44. Up 0.78. Let's have a look. I am up 0.69. Everyone beats me. Up 2.78. Up 2.78 from DJ Hayes. Any advance on that score? Tap the like button. Tap the like button. Up 2.2 says Justin Sports Card. One of our members. I'm loving it. I'm loving it like that. All right. What about Ed Spitzer, Space, DJT, and Holo? 8.42. It has to be your overall portfolio. You got 3 stocks. Okay, we'll give it to you. 3 stocks. All right. 2.38. Rick McGrath. It's members only, I'm afraid. It's members only. Someone said to me today, there you go, Snowflake just collapsed. Snowflake has just gone down 6.5% and falling. Let me check the news. Here we go. Let me refresh the screen. See, do we have the news? No. Snowflake. Oh, we don't have the earnings report yet. It'll give it to me on Seeking Alpha imminently. And no, we don't have the numbers there. Earnings. No. Announcement date. That's the last earnings. Still no information. It'll be out in a second. Okay, nothing there yet. I'm still watching it. Okay. Snowflake, here we go.
8 million versus an expected 850.7 million. In terms of the outlook,
Snowflake diluted EPS 18 cents a share, estimated diluted EPS 18 cents, estimated 0.16.
850 million, and it also sees a third quarter adjusted operating margin of 3%. The second quarter adjusted EPS also beat analyst estimates, but the stock is down about 7%.
There you go.
Also out.
850 million to 855 estimated. Okay, Zoom coming next. Zoom's coming next. Okay, we will skip on from that. The winner is, holy crap, that's a drop. It's not really. It's not. We get this all the time. Up 1.65, up 5%. The winner today, the winner is 8.42. We have a winner from Ed Spitzer. Woohoo! Ed Spitzer, congratulations. Thank you for honest trades. Well done indeed. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. I'm loving it like that. All right, great stuff indeed. I'm loving it. Woohoo! Just became a member. Rick McGrath is now a member of the channel. Welcome to Rick. Smoky Facts looks like a charting error. It's not a charting error at all. Great buying opportunity for Snowflake. Ed Spitzer. Okay, here we go. Let's bring it back to here. Congratulations, everybody. You did well today. Let me get more details on Snowflake. Still not got it out. Still not got it out. Still waiting for the news to be published. Any second now. Any second now. There we go. Now then, Rick McGrath, do you know about all your perks and benefits? I'll give you the link. Remember, all the links are below every single video. Here is the how and why video to find out about all the things that you get. Watch it all the way through. There are no ads. I don't benefit from it financially at all. It just gives you the information you need. Please go and check it out. If you are in the USA and you want to get some free stocks, I've got some free stocks to give away. Oh, yes, there's some free stocks. USA, yeah, that one there. If you are in the UK, we're giving away some free stocks at the moment. There is the UK. All right. Some of you want my Seeking Alpha, where you can try it for free and get $25 off. Here is Seeking Alpha. There it is. There is the link for Alpha Spread. You can get this for free. Or if you remember, you can get a discount, which makes my membership for free just by the discount that you get. Love it, love it, love it. Robinhood just sent me this one. This gives you up to 5 $175 stocks. That's another good one there as well. All right, and don't forget, I've got 2 more people to go to verify, and I'll pay your gold membership on Robinhood. You all know about that. All right. Okay. My portfolio is now another all-time high, $112,062, started with just $5,000. Right. Snowflake is about to start. This is the event. You cannot afford to miss it. Big, important one. This one, this is our last earnings of the season. There are no more unless you want to book them in. I'm not doing any more for a few weeks voluntarily, but I will cover 4 a day, 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, if as a member you super chat $5. If you really want me to do it, I'm more than happy, but I am not doing any free ones anymore until next season, unless you want me to. And if you want me to, you can choose. These are some of the earnings that you can choose. Let's have a look. Tomorrow we have, these are the ones that you could have tomorrow if you wanted to choose one. Being Thursday, TD, Bidu, Williams, Sonoma, Billy, IQ, Peloton. That is Peloton, isn't it? Yeah. CSIQ, CISS, or Intuit, WDay, Cava, Bill. Hello, Bill. Bill's got his own stock. There you go. I knew he had. So there you go. You can choose this and nothing on Friday. So officially, we're at the end of the earnings season. You choose. Right. Okay, Snow beat earnings by 0.02. It's coming straight back up again. Here we go. Here is Snow. It beat on earnings by 0.02. Let me refresh the screen, see what news we got, send you all to the extra channel, and then we're going to, here we go. Snowflake, here it comes. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I'll bring you all the latest news you can get here with the pro plan of Seeking Alpha. Snow gap, EPS of 18 cents, beats by 2 cents, revenue, 868 beats by 18.67 million. Snowflake, it's a beat. There we go. 868 beats by 18.67 million. So it's an overreaction. In other words, an overreaction tonight to the news and the unexpected. They've beaten. It's sold off too much. It's a buying opportunity. You're absolutely right. When is the FFIE earnings? The FFIE earnings is August the 27th. You can book that if you want me to, but it's a $5 super chat as a member if you do. Zubair, you're not a member, so you won't be able to book that in. Right, okay, let's send everyone now to the extra channel. Here's the link. We're going to start Snow imminently. There is the link to extra. That's it from me. Let me reset the screens. Thank you very much indeed. I'm now going to go send you all to the extra channel. Pop in, say hello. Then I'll give you the link right back to Snow as soon as it begins. That's it from me. See you back in a couple of minutes. Join me now on extra. Snowflake is up next. Take care of yourselves and each other.